Hello and welcome. If you look at the most recent plan of ChatGPT and you click on Upgrade Plan, you're going to see that there are three different plans now available when previously there had been two. The free plan still does give you access to the most recent model. You also have limited access to the features of file uploads, advanced style analysis, and image generation. You can also use custom GPTs. The paid version is still an upgrade, giving you more access to all of the same tools, including limited access to the Sora video generation, as well as the reasoning models O1 and O1 Mini. There is now a Pro version, which gives you everything that you had in Plus, more access to all of the same tools, including higher limits. One of the benefits of this means that you will have more access to advanced voice and video inputs, which cause you to use your limits faster. And depending on which plan you use, you will have access to everything. You just may have limitations on what you can use. So for the sake of this course, we are going to operate using the Plus plan so that we can look at Sora, so that we can also look at advanced voice and video inputs, and so that we can look closely at the desktop version, which allows you access to many of the tools in the Plus version, although there are slight variations in both the Mac and Windows PCs for that desktop version. Okay, so that welcome back. If you open up the sidebar to ChatGPT and you look to the top left, you're going to see a magnifying glass. In that magnifying glass, you can click on it in order to search all of the chats that you have available inside of ChatGPT. You can search this area for all of the previous chats in ChatGPT. ChatGPT will allow you then to find different conversations that you have had, or it will allow you to search for specific conversations with specific text in your query or in the output. And so if you have a word that is commonly used, you will be able to find the specific chat and the place in that chat where that word was actually used. In some cases, where you have used a specific website in your query or you have received it in your results, you can look for that website in your ChatGPT account by typing in the URL. When you hover over the result, ChatGPT will actually show you the date of the actual result. And as you can see here on the right side of the menu, you will see the date of the result. So you can use the search in ChatGPT to search your entire account to find previous information, which is different from the search that allows you to use ChatGPT to search the web in your response. Okay, so with that, thanks. Welcome back. A recent development in ChatGPT is the Projects tab. If you go to your left side menu, you're going to see near the top on the left, Projects. You can click on the plus in order to create a new project. That's going to open up a dialog box. What you can then do is you can give your project a name. You can then click Create Project. That's going to open up the project area inside of ChatGPT. You will notice several elements to the project area. You will notice that you have a chat area, and this is for individual conversations. You will notice that you have a files area. If you click the files area, what you'll notice is that you can upload files, and those files will all have relationships with all of the chats that you're going to have inside of this project. We're going to close out of the project files. You'll notice also that you can create custom instructions for the entire project. And so the custom instructions that you create will have relationships with all of the chats that you're going to have inside of the project. We're going to close out of this element. You'll notice that the chats that you're going to generate can have specified models. So if you want to use a specific model for a specific chat in the project, you can do it. You will also notice that each of the chats that you're going to have inside of the projects can have its own attached files that you're going to be analyzing. And you'll also notice that each of the chats has a capacity for you to create images as well as to use the writing tools available inside of ChatGPT. So projects allow you to segment your activity and to organize it in specific areas for specific topics. Welcome back. You are now looking at a free account of ChatGPT, and what you're going to see available is you're going to see voice mode. Free accounts do have limited use of voice mode in order to interact with ChatGPT. When you click on voice mode, ChatGPT is going to ask for the mic from within your browser. You will then allow ChatGPT to use your mic. ChatGPT, what is the best way to create video tutorials in a whiteboard way?
Creating video tutorials in a whiteboard style can be very engaging. Start by scripting your content to keep it clear and concise. Use a high-quality whiteboard tool or software and ensure your handwriting or drawing is legible. Use color coding to highlight key points and keep your explanations straightforward and engaging. Finally, practice your delivery to maintain a smooth and professional tone.
So as you can see, you can interact with ChatGPT using voice, and you can have ChatGPT interact back with you. If you want to hear ChatGPT reread what it said, you can replay the audio.
Creating video tutorials in a whiteboard style can be very engaging.
So voice mode allows you to dictate to ChatGPT and to have it narrate its response back to you. Okay, so that, welcome back. Now, in general, when you start a chat with ChatGPT, in some cases, ChatGPT will attempt to guess whether search is needed or whether Canvas is needed and to add it to the conversation. And in some cases, ChatGPT will not recognize the opportunity for either of those tools. You can start the conversation when you know you need writing by going to your Tools area. You can then click on the Canvas tool. That will open up the Canvas tool. You can then give your Canvas tool the query that you want. Once you do that, you can then click Enter. What you'll notice when you request that the Canvas opens is that Canvas will then open in the same way that it did when it was an experimental model. That means then that your content will be available to you for editing inside of the Canvas window. You're going to see on the left side all of the instructions to your query and ChatGPT's interaction with you here in this area. You're going to see on the right side writing tools. If you hover over this element, you're going to see the 5 elements that you can use in your writing tool. In order to interact within this canvas, you can still attach a file and upload it to this element of your canvas. You can also view the tools that you'll have available to you, such as creating a picture, searching the web, and then continuing Canvas. You will also have search available to you by clicking this area that says Search the Web. You have the choice of copying this information and placing it inside your favorite word processing software. You can click this Close button to close it, or you can go to your editing tools to start working with the document in Canvas. So you do have choices when you open up the canvas on ChatGPT. Welcome back. When you have an open project in the writing canvas, you're going to see on the right side menu that you have tools available to you. You can adjust the length of your document with the Adjust the Length tool. If you click on top of the tool, you'll see that what you can do is you can slide the tool up or down, which will adjust the length of the document. If you want to shorten the length, you can pull the arrow down. If you want to lengthen the document, you can raise it. Once you determine which you want to do, whether shorten or lengthen, what you're going to do is pull the lever, and what you can do is you'll see that you can pull the lever all the way to the top to the longest. You can pull it all the way down to the shortest. We're going to lengthen it as long as it can be. What we're going to do is click on the arrow, and we're going to allow ChatGPT to lengthen the document. You're going to see on the left side that ChatGPT is going to tell you what it is doing and give you a record of all of the steps that it took inside of your document. On the right side, inside of the canvas, you're going to see ChatGPT rewriting your document in real time. And you're going to see that your document is then going to be getting longer for the content that you want it created. And you'll see that the document is now longer. On the left side in Canvas, ChatGPT has told you what it has done to the document. In this particular case, ChatGPT's message to us is that the text has been expanded by 75%. So you can adjust the length of the document by using the Adjust the Length tool here on the right side inside of ChatGPT Canvas. Once you have adjusted the link to ChatGPT, you can ask ChatGPT which edits it suggests for your document. You can go to your writing tools. What you're going to notice at the very bottom is we can click on top of the editing pencil and we will be suggesting edits. What you'll then notice is that we can then click the arrow in order for ChatGPT to start its analysis of the document in order to suggest edits. And what you're going to see is that ChatGPT will then begin to add on the right side different places where it suggests you make changes to the document. What you can do is once you have these edit suggestions is to scroll up to the top. You can then click on top of the edit suggestion. You're going to see the sentence that it suggests as an edit. If you want to apply ChatGPT's suggestion, you can click apply. And ChatGPT will make this adjustment in real time. You can then move on to the next place. If you want to apply the adjustment, you can click apply. So basically, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be determining if ChatGPT's suggestion is one you want to make, and if so, you're going to click apply. You will see on the left side menu that you will have a record of everything that ChatGPT is doing inside of your document. And so our document is now complete with all of the changes suggested to us by ChatGPT. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. If you go to the right side menu, you're going to see that there are 3 additional writing tools. The first is called reading level. This is where you can take your document and you can specify the reading level that you want for your written content. You can click on this element and you can pull the book down if you want the reading level to be lower. If you want to raise the reading level, you can lift the book on the scale. Once you decide on what level that you want, you can then click on the arrow. And what will happen is ChatGPT will take your document and it will make it so that it rises or falls to the level that you want it to be in terms of grade level. And so what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to watch ChatGPT in real time change the grade level of your document. You will notice at the top, if you don't like the revision, you can go back to the previous version by clicking on the undo button. You can also click on this link that shows the changes that have been made to your document. And of course, if you like the changes that are made, you can keep them and copy the entire document into your word processing software. Once again, on the left side menu, ChatGPT does keep track of all of the changes that are made. Okay, so that thanks. Come back. Now, the last 2 writing tools inside of Canvas are some that you may or may not use with every specific writing project that you're creating in Canvas. If you go to your right side menu, you're going to see 2 additional icons that are available. One icon is called Final Polish. And there's not a lot of input that you have with Final Polish. We're just going to click that element and we're going to click the arrow button in order for ChatGPT to start creating its final polishing of the document. And you'll see this happening in real time. Again, if you don't like the draft, you can revert back to the previous version. If you want to show all the changes that are made, you can click on Show Changes. There is an additional icon on the right side menu. You'll see it at the very top, and basically, you can add emojis to your final draft. We can click on Add Emojis. We can choose the emojis that we want to add. So in this case, we can choose List for Emojis. And we can watch ChatGPT use emojis inside of our document. And you'll see the creation of the emojis in real time. Once you have the emojis that you want, you can then click Copy, And you can head to your favorite word processing software to paste in your content. If you're using a software program like Microsoft Word and you right click and you paste in the document, one of the things that you'll notice is that you will have control over what the formatting is. And so you'll want to think about that as you begin to place your content inside of your word processing document. One of the things that ChatGPT now has is called vision. That means then that it can analyze images if you upload them, hereby attaching them. To demonstrate this, we can print the screen, we can copy entire screen, and what we're going to do is we're going to now upload this entire image to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to explain all of the elements on the screen. We will grab the image from our hard drive. And we're going to ask ChatGPT to explain all of the clickable buttons, links, and areas in this image. We will then click enter, and we will allow ChatGPT to look at our image and then determine what the image is and to give us the explanation that we have requested. And you can see this happening in real time. You might be under the impression that ChatGPT knew this because it is ChatGPT where we took the screenshot. So we're now going to upload a different screenshot. We will suggest a simple query and we will upload the image. And we will allow ChatGPT to determine what it is that it sees in this image. So by ChatGPT having vision, that means that you can upload an image. You can expect that ChatGPT can read the image and it can describe what it is that it is seeing. This allows you to give ChatGPT multimodal input. Okay, so that thanks. One of the things that ChatGPT now has is called vision. That means then that it can analyze images if you upload them, hereby attaching them. To demonstrate this, we can print the screen, we can copy entire screen, and what we're going to do is we're going to now upload this entire image to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to explain all of the elements on the screen. We will grab the image from our hard drive. And we're going to ask ChatGPT to explain all of the clickable buttons, links, and areas in this image. We will then click enter, and we will allow ChatGPT to look at our image and then determine what the image is and to give us the explanation that we have requested. And you can see this happening in real time. You might be under the impression that ChatGPT knew this because it is ChatGPT where we took the screenshot. So we're now going to upload a different screenshot. We will suggest a simple query and we will upload the image. And we will allow ChatGPT to determine what it is that it sees in this image. So by ChatGPT having vision, that means that you can upload an image. You can expect that ChatGPT can read the image and it can describe what it is that it is seeing. This allows you to give ChatGPT multimodal input. Okay, so that thanks. Welcome back. Now, ChatGPT can be used as a search engine. You will obviously want to turn on search for the web. You can click it on here. You can also go to your tools area and you can click on the search. Either way, search will then be enabled. And what you will then do is you will then look for your specific search. And once you have in your query, you can then click enter. And ChatGPT will then search for the web. Now, the results are going to look different than those you might see in a specific search engine. And so it may be a good idea to test these results versus any search results that you get if you're using a search engine like Microsoft Bing or the Google search engine. The resources are clickable from a specific link. The links are also available on the right side panel by clicking on sources. You will then have access to the specific links as well as the citations. In some cases, you will actually have a date when those sources were created and when they were published so you can determine which one will be the most up to date. The benefit of using search in this way is that you can follow up in a plain language query just as you would any other chatbot query. So for example, we can look within our results and we can type back to ChatGPT and we can query these results. And once you type in your query, you can search through the results and you can break down the results with plain language query as you would any other chatbot search. So again, one of the benefits of searching with ChatGPT is that you will get the benefits of using a chatbot while at the same time you will also get the benefits of using a search engine. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will. ChatGPT does have a browser extension, and you can use that browser extension if you are a PC user and you use it on Microsoft Edge or Microsoft Chrome as your browser. You want to go to your store and you'll want to look for the specific ChatGPT extension, and you want to make sure that the one that you see is going to be created by OpenAI. In order to find the actual extension, we queried ChatGPT for the official extension from OpenAI, went to the Help Center. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to see that there is a browser extension. You can click on that browser extension, and then you will see the extension by OpenAI. Now, there are a number of extensions available from other companies. If you want to use the one by OpenAI, you will need to find that specific element, and you'll want to make sure that, again, you see that the developer is OpenAI. Okay, so that thanks and welcome back. Now, the previous step of installing the browser extension, as well as this step that we're explaining in this video, both together are optional steps. Because every query is different, every account is different, and really every time is different, you may or may not want to have ChatGPT search as your default search engine. It's fair to mention that ChatGPT has had, in its short history, a data breach, and so installing ChatGPT Search as the default search engine is not risk-free. It's one that you will need to evaluate individually to determine if it's something that you want to have on your system and that you should have on your system. However, if that is the case and you do install the browser extension allows you to change your default search engine to ChatGPT Search. And what that means is that when you search in your address bar, ChatGPT Search will be used. For example, in this case, we're going to go to the address bar and we're going to write in a common search query as we would if we typed into the address bar. And we're just going to type in the words as we would. You'll notice that the search tool is available. And when we click on enter, what's going to happen then is that because of the browser extension, ChatGPT is actually going to do the search for us, and the browser is going to be the element that sends us there. So you can use ChatGPT as your default search engine if that is what you want to do, in the same way that you may have used Microsoft Bing, in the same way you may have used Safari or the Google search engine. Now, every browser will be different in terms of making ChatGPT your default search engine. If you use Chrome for Windows, if you use Edge for Windows, the process may be slightly different, but the point remains that you can make ChatGPT your default search engine so that all of your queries go to ChatGPT. Okay, so with that, welcome back. Using ChatGPT as a default search engine means that you can also use ChatGPT as local search. For example, we can turn on search. What we can then do is we can then write in our search query. Now, for the sake of this search, we're going to assume a United States zip code. You would use the territory code where you are in the world in order to test this process. We are now going to click enter. And what you'll notice is that ChatGPT can do some semblance of a local search, just as you would find in a more traditional search engine. That means you can also use driving directions. So if you have search enabled, you can type in your query and you can request driving directions as you would any other search engine. You can also integrate voice search into this specific query. ChatGPT, we are approaching the Holland Tunnel and it appears to be crowded. Is there a workaround for this specific way of getting to the Statue of Liberty?
If the Holland Tunnel is congested, consider using the George Washington Bridge. From Philadelphia, take I-95 North to the George Washington Bridge, then follow signs to Liberty State Park in New Jersey. This route avoids the tunnel and leads to ferries for the Statue of Liberty.
So as you can see, you can integrate into your search voice interaction and you can do it in real time. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I welcome back. Traditional prompt engineering requires that you use a semi-structured prompt. For example, if you wanted a chatbot to create a process for you, one of the phrases that you would use or type in would be to think step by step. And for example, instead of just giving the query, you would also write in to the chatbot to think step by step. And in most cases, what you would also do is you might give the chatbot, in this case, an idea of what a step by step process means to you so that it knows how to output the data. However, we are going to skip that step and we're just going to click enter and we're going to allow ChatGPT to create a step by step process. The reasoning model of ChatGPT does not require you to write in or to ask the chatbot to think step by step. To use the reasoning model, you can just write in your query without the phrase or request that the chatbot think step by step. We're going to open up a new chat. We're going to change to the reasoning model. We're going to change to O1, which is the reasoning model in ChatGPT as of the recording of this video. We're going to switch to that model. We are then going to enter this element. And we're not going to ask ChatGPT to think step by step. And what you'll notice is that ChatGPT says that the chatbot thought for a second. So in order to produce this information, the chatbot does go through a step-by-step process in a different way than do the models that do not require the advanced reasoning. And so you will see a different result. So wherever you require a step-by-step process from ChatGPT, it's a good idea to attempt to use both models. To use first the advanced reasoning model as well as the most advanced model the ChatGPT has. Okay, so with that, thanks. Welcome back. You're now looking at the full screen version of the web application of ChatGPT. The web application is tied directly to your account. There are some differences between the web application and using ChatGPT in your browser. For example, if we click on this clip, what you're going to notice is that with ChatGPT using this desktop version, we can use ChatGPT to take a screenshot from the actual application. So we can click on this element and we can take a screenshot. Once you've taken the screenshot, you can then interact with ChatGPT based on the screenshot. We can then click enter, and you'll notice then that what ChatGPT will do is interact with the image that you have uploaded. There is a keystroke menu, and it's a good idea to ask the chatbot what that keystroke menu is and how to access it. And you can query, and you'll notice then that if you hit Command and the slash, you'll be able to bring up the keystroke menu. And it's here where you'll be able to see all of the keyboard shortcuts that you can use with the desktop application. So the desktop application does have some measure of flexibility when you can use it instead of using the browser version. Okay, so with that, thanks. Welcome back. Now, when you enter Sora for the first time and you don't know exactly what to create, one of the things that you can do is you can go to the Feature tab and you can look at some of the videos and the prompts that have been used to create them. For example, if you were to state that you like one specific video, you're going to see this prompt was used to create this specific video. You can go back to the dashboard. You can see some of the most recent videos that have been created. You want to click on this video. And in some cases, you may be able to tell what prompt was used. In this case, a prompt in another language was used. You can continue to click on certain elements to determine how some of the videos are created so that you can determine how you want to create your own. We're going to start the process by writing in a query. It's probably not the way we want the video to appear, so we're going to click on top of this video. And what we're going to do is we're going to remix the video. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the video. In this case, we're going to say that we want a mild change. We're only going to have one variation. And you'll notice now that we have 50 credits. We're going to check our credits here. We still have enough credits. We're going to go ahead and remix this part of the video. And we're going to create a new video. That video is now ready. So we're going to look at the new video. It still really isn't what we want. And it may be because we've chosen the wrong orientation. So we're going to remix this. We're going to change the prompt. We're going to change the aspect ratio. We're going to shorten the clip and use one variation. This is only going to use 25 of our credits. So we're going to go ahead and storyboard this video to see if we can get the video to change its orientation. So our new video is now ready. And this is more of what we want for this specific clip. So now that we have a clip, what we're going to do is we're going to try to create another clip in order to combine with this clip. So we're going to angle out of this specific element, and we're now going to create another clip. We're going to create it in widescreen and landscape. And we're now going to create this new clip, and we're going to create a new landscape clip. So we now have our new element, and we have our next image. So now what we want to do is we want to combine these two images. So what we want to do is we want to come into this element, and what we want to do is we want to blend this with a video that we have already created from our library. So we want to choose from our library, and we want to choose the landscape image that we created. So we're going to use the transition blend. So we're not going to use sample or mix. We're just going to use the default setting, which is the transition blend. We're only going to have one variation, and we'll see what this video will cost us in terms of credits. We'll now blend these two videos together, and we're going to add that video to the queue. Blended video is now ready. We're going to look at our blended video, and that's probably not exactly the way we want the video to appear. So what we're going to do is we want to try to get our city to appear inside of the globe. So we're going to describe some of the changes that we want to make. So our blended video is now ready. We're going to look at it. And the blend kind of worked. It might be a better idea for us to try to attempt to create this video from scratch. So we're going to stop this video here, and we're going to pick it up from creating a snow globe with this city. Welcome back. Now, because Sora is memory intensive, what we did was we closed the entire browser and we reopened it to Sora so that we can preserve our browser resources. What we want to do is we want to take what we have done so far, and we want to start from scratch and try to build the image all from one area. So in this particular case, we're just going to describe one video that we want to create, and we're going to write in our description. So this time, we are not going to try to combine images. We're going to try to create this image all from one area. So we're going to start with our prompt. We're not going to use a preset in this case. We just want to focus on the specific image that we want. We're going to focus on low resolution at this point, and when we get the image right, then we'll raise the resolution and lengthen the video. So we want to get a short clip first. And what we're going to try to do in this case is we're going to try to do a couple of variations to see which one actually is closer to what we want. Now, in this case, we're going to use a few more credits. We do want to keep track of how many credits that we have, and we have enough left in order to attempt to get this particular image right. We're going to be using 50 credits for this specific effort, and we're now going to click enter. And the storyboard process is going to begin. And so at the point at which the video is added to the queue, you will see that the video will start the process in real time on your screen. So in this case, you're going to see that the video is completing. You'll see on the right side in the upper right hand corner that there's an indicator as to what the process is. You'll also see it in your screen in real time. So once the video is complete, we can then click on it in order to watch it. So what we're now going to do is we're going to now click on our notification area. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, now in this case, ChatGPT or Sora has given us an opportunity by giving us additional videos where we can select two in order to keep. So we're going to click Got It. And we want to look to see which ones we like best. And of all of these videos, there are ones that look better than others. And what we're going to do is we're going to select one to keep, and we're going to select another to keep here. And we're going to keep these selected videos. And so now what we do is we have our variations here in this area. You can click on one individual video, and we can start to work with this video if we like it best. We can view the story on the storyboard. So you can see how the video is being storyboarded, and we can make changes to the storyboard. However, we like the video the way it is, so we don't feel the need to make any changes to this storyboard. We can also recut this video, and you're going to see how the video plays on the timeline. So if we want to, what we can do is we can lengthen the video, and we can lengthen it based on what is already produced. For now, we're just going to close out this video. We can remix the video, and we can make changes. Now, one thing that we do want to do, now that we have a variation that we like, is we're going to slow down to one variation. And what we're going to do is we're going to increase the resolution. Now, this does take longer in order to remix. So we're going to now check to see how many credits we're going to use. And we're going to use more credits for this process, but we are going to get a higher resolution video. So we now want to remix this specific video. And we're going to add this video to the queue. Now at this point, we're just going to wait for Sora to complete our additional video. We can watch the completion process from our dashboard, and you'll see the progress that Sora is making on the video. You can also follow the progress in the right-hand corner, and we'll see it there. So we can now either click our notification, or we have the image here. We're going to click on our notification, and you do notice that we do have a higher resolution of a video. Now that we have the video that we want, what we can do is we can make it so that this video loops. So we're going to do that. We're going to click on the loop command. What we now want to do in order to lengthen the video is to loop it. So we're going to click on loop. And you'll notice here that the video now will extend to 7 seconds. We're only going to ask for one variation in this case. We know that we already like the video. And if we want to lengthen the video, we can do it. You'll notice now that the video is now 8 seconds. We can lengthen it from the beginning. And so the video is now 8 seconds. We can choose the kind of loop that we want. And so if we want to make it a long loop, we can make it so that the loop is going to be long. That's going to cause the video to be 10 seconds. That will cause us to use through 213 credits. That's probably not what we want to do in this particular case. If we go to a normal loop, we'll be using 154 credits. If we use a short loop, then our credits will be at 106. So we're going to bring this in from 6 seconds. We're going to bring it now down to 5 seconds. And then that's going to take us 80 credits in order to do. We've got 293 left. We could shorten the video a little more. 59 credits, and the video is going to loop. So we're going to click loop. And we're going to allow now Sora to loop our video. So we can go out to the dashboard and we can follow the progress. And you'll see the progress being made on our video. You can also follow the progress in the right-hand corner here with Sora. You can see the activity. And you're going to see when Sora completes this part of the video, when it's going to actually loop. And our video has now completed the looping process. And so you can see the continuous loop that appears in this part of the video. So we have choices. We can now share the video. We can copy the link. We can make it so that the video is going to be unpublished, so that it will not be public. we can now download the video. So we can go to this area and we can download the video to our hard drive. And we can make it so that we now know where the video is going to be. Now we don't have any folders set up. We're going to go ahead and set up a folder. We're going to create a folder. Our folder is now ready. We're going to go back to our video. And we're going to add that video to our folder. And so now our video is now part of our folder. Okay, so thanks, and welcome back. Since we have the ability to create images with ChatGPT, we can go into our tools. We can create an image and upload it to Sora. So in this case, we're going to click on Picture, and we're going to ask for ChatGPT to create a picture. And we're going to now click Enter, and we're going to allow ChatGPT to create our image. And ChatGPT has now created the image. What we can do is we can then click on top of this image if we want to edit the image. But in this case, we're going to assume that we do like this image. So now what we can do is we're going to download the image. We're now going to go to Sora, and we're going to upload the image. The Sora will require that I'm going to show you where the image is going to be drawn from. What we're going to do is we're going to ask Sora to create our image. We're going to ask for 2 variations, and this is going to take us 50 credits. And it appears that we do have 234 credits left, and we're going to create our video. And if you are in your dashboard, Sora will tell you the progress of the video here in this area. And so what you're going to see are going to be 2 variations of the video, and we're going to choose one of those videos to go forward in order to use in our collection. And we're going to take one of these globes, and what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to see if we can get the AI to zoom out to see the entire globe. So we're now going to click on Remix and describe some changes. In this case, we're going to use one variation, and this is going to cost us 25 credits. So we're now going to click Remix. We're going to leave it a strong remix, so we're going to try to see if we can get the AI in order to remix the video. We're now going to head out to the dashboard so we can follow the progress. And we can see the progress on our new project. And we can now click on our new notification to see our image. And what you're going to see now is that Sora is going to give us a choice again. And we're going to choose the one that we like best. In this case, we're going to say that we like the one on the left best. And we're going to keep that video for our purposes. So you can start with an image and you can upload that image to Sora in order to create a video from that image. And that is what we have done in this case. We attempted to try to get the video to appear more like the other ones that we have. However, now that we have the video, we're going to take the video and going to put it in our collection. We're going to click on top of the video. We're going to go to the ellipsis, and we're going to add the video to our collection. Okay, so thanks, and I will see you. Welcome back. We're now going to create another similar scene, and we're going to create this scene. In this case, we're only going to use one variation, and we're going to use regular resolution. This is going to take 25 credits. We are going to go ahead and add this video to the queue, and we'll be able to follow the progress here in this area. And our video is now completing. We can follow the progress here, as well as in the right-hand corner, and we can now see our image. And we're now going to create one more image. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our dashboard, and we're going to write in a prompt. And we're now going to click Enter. Our new video is now added to the queue, and we're going to follow the progress here, as well as in the right-hand corner. And our video is now complete. we're going to try to attempt to get the video to center and to zoom in. So we're going to remix the video, and to describe our changes, we're going to use two variations. That's going to cost us 50 credits. We have 134 left, so we're going to cut this down to one variation. So we still have one more element that we need to create. We're now going to remix this to see if we can get a better view of the snow globe in this particular image. We're going to head out to the dashboard, and we're going to wait for Sora to complete the remix. And the video is now in its completion stage. Now, ordinarily, if credits and time were permitting, we would work with this video a little longer. However, what we're going to do for the sake of this video is we're going to create a new storyboard. And we're going to add in, and we're going to shorten the duration of this particular clip. And we're going to add in another scene. And we're going to add in the scene from a different city. And we're going to shorten that clip. And we're going to add in a scene from another city. And we're going to grab that clip. Now we're going to lengthen the video. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add in a scene from another video. And we're going to choose that scene from our library. And we're going to choose it. What we're going to do here is we're going to lengthen some of the clips and to adjust them. What we want to do now is we want to see how many credits. Now creating this video is going to use 50 of our credits. We do have the credits, and we're now going to create the final video. And the video has been added to the queue. We're now going to head out to our dashboard. Now that we have placed the videos on our storyboard, and we're going to await the new video. And the video is now in its completion stage. And the final video is ready for us to view. And we can see our final video. So you can storyboard your videos, and if you don't like the story, you can adjust the story in order to make it what you want it to be. So we have now seen all of the major elements of using Sora. If you already have the Plus account for ChatGPT, you can begin to learn how to use Sora to create the videos that you want. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you either in another video or in another course.